bought this mic because this is my third time trying to record this week's video, and I messed up the audio on both of the previous ones. So let's talk about what happens when things go wrong as a creator. Also, I want to say something here first. I am not a 24-year-old life coach. I don't have anything figured out. I'm someone who's trying to figure it all out. I want to be more productive, a better creator, have a bigger YouTube channel, nail everything that I'm doing. Not to mention eat healthier, sleep more, work out more, the stuff that I know I need to be doing. This advice that I give is strictly a reminder to myself, because this isn't the first time that something's got messed up in my videos, and it's not going to be the last. But still, we got to get through it. So let's talk about it. The first video I was trying to make this week was a vlog of my entire process of working with a client that I have. This client isn't really a client, it's more of a friend. It's the first creator that really took an interest in me. I made a video about how much I love their content, and being friends with them and their recommendations have allowed me to build my own business. If I hadn't met this guy and made a video about him, I don't know if I ever would have had a client in the first place. What went wrong, number one, the audio on it was terrible. Number two, I didn't record the most important parts of the project. I didn't record my call with him. I didn't really have a plan for how I wanted to get from point A to point B. I had the intro written, but that's about it. It's my mistake. I didn't plan, I didn't do the video properly. So I was like, oh, you know what? I have another chance to make a video. We just recorded an interview with a guy for the Hey Creator Show, the company that I work for. It was excellent, and I'm in charge of turning that recording into a podcast, into a YouTube video, into shorts. That's my full-time job. Once again, audio absolutely wrecked. I tried shooting cool B-roll. Didn't really look that good. Just frustrating week as someone who's trying to learn how to document my life. I really didn't have anything planned or figured out. And it sucks. It sucks. There's no other way to put it. These would have been incredible videos. My videos have started picking up lately. Really grateful for it. And I could have given something else. But this mic showed up at my doorstep today, and I figured it was a time to talk about what happens when things go wrong. How do you bounce back? How do you push forward to get to where you want to go as a creator? How do you get through these feelings that, oh, I messed this up. I am never going to be good at this. This wasn't meant to be. I'm not supposed to be a creator. As you can see, I've got the lighting, the camera, the setup. I've invested myself into being good at this. I can't stop now because I'm frustrated by a week's worth of poor videos. That's the first thing I'd say, honestly, is remember why you are doing this. What do you actually want to get out of creating this content? I say at the beginning of every Monday check-in video, I want to build a community of 100,000 happy creators who love their life, content, and business, make $500,000 net income in a single year, that's profit, and stay consistent enough to become one of the most influential people on the internet. It's that third point. This is what I want. I have to be consistent. I have to get something out each week. Something helpful, something well-produced, something that allows me to stay, which way am I facing? Yeah, stay on this trajectory of up and to the right. I think that was up and to the right. I'm trying to look at my camera, but I don't know which way is right. The other thing I throw in my Monday check-in videos is these posts serve as a way for me to be disciplined and transparent about my journey to build a business I love alongside you so that we can do it together. And if I stop that quest of documenting my life, documenting the things I'm working on, just because I don't feel good, just because I'm frustrated by how these videos didn't turn out well, how can I expect to fulfill that mission? To build a business I love alongside you, I'm not going to be alongside you. First thing, understand why you are doing this. And the second thing is understand what's at stake if you don't do this. My whole mission is to save the creative kids from going corporate. When I was graduating college, I had no plans. I went to a small school in Michigan, about 25 minutes outside of Detroit. I was a sports management major. I didn't really have a plan. I as much as I loved sports, I thought working in sports would be terrible, even though I got my degree in it. I took broadcast and cinema arts classes as a senior, and I got my minor in that still. I didn't really find myself wanting to work on TV productions. And what I told myself is I have a year. If this year goes by and I don't have a job doing something creative, or if this freelancing thing doesn't work out, then I'll go get a job at the mortgage companies. In Michigan here, there's 2 main mortgage companies. There's nothing against them. It's not for me. I'm a creative person. And what I know about those kids who go work at the mortgage companies or go work at Ford and GM or whatever company, corporate office, cubicle, suit and tie type deal, is that a lot of them would much rather be in front of a camera talking about things they love with people who they want to spend time with. My whole mission is saving the creative kids from going corporate. And that's at stake for me if I don't put everything into this creative stuff. Being this person, championing this message, helps other people on their mission to work in a creative field instead of a corporate field, to avoid the commute into an office when they would rather be doing anything else, especially setting up their camera or starting a podcast or being a TikToker or whatever their thing is. That's what's at stake if you don't push through these hard times, when it feels like everything's going wrong. And yes, I understand the audio being messed up on 2 different videos in a week. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like my YouTube channel was taken away from me or my email list was gone or anything like that, anything serious. But in moments like this, it can start to feel like it's mounting up. Like there's just thing after thing that's going wrong and you can't figure it out. You do all the searching, you look for the best kinds of gear to replace it. As you can see, I bought a mic to replace it. Buying gear isn't always the solution, really isn't hardly ever the solution. The solution is pushing through and making the most of what you have. One of the very first things that I learned from my boss, Matt, who I work for at Hey Creator, is he has a thing called the 10, 100, and 1,000 rep rule. 10 reps of doing something to see if you like it. If it's something you know you really want to do, like making videos, but you do it 10 times and you really just do not like doing it, you should stop doing it. But once you get through those first 10 reps, it takes 100 reps to see momentum. I can speak to this. When I started on TikTok, I made a commitment to making 100 videos. I even put it in like the top left corner here. I'm trying to figure out where the thing is again. I put in the top left corner like a number out of 100. And that was my public commitment. People would ask me like, what are those numbers in the corner mean? And for me, it was, I am not stopping until I get to 100 videos. And what do you know? On my 100th rep, my 100th posted video, I hit 1,000 followers. Not only that, but I had done brand deals, I had editing clients, all because I stayed committed to those 100 videos. After 100 reps, it takes 1,000 reps to master something. I think it's a little bit hard to understand how many reps 1,000 is, especially as a creator. I don't know if I've been on camera 1,000 times, and I've been making videos since I was 9 years old. Now, a lot of that is my own mental breaks and blocks on getting on camera and making videos, but nonetheless, I know that I'm much better now. This is probably like my 478th time on camera than I would be in my first 10 or 100. But thinking of a big number like 1,000, take 1,000 reps to master something. I'm sure if I went to the gym 1,000 times and gave my best and worked out every part of my body, I would look like, I'm looking up a jacked person right now, Arnold Schwarzenegger, duh. I keep hammering this point on Hey Creator, but the only difference between the creators that you love and you are the fact that they've been doing it longer. They've put in more reps. I spent this entire morning looking at like how to get better at making videos, and these people were incredible. Their use of color and their editing and their sound design was just so perfect. And watching those videos actually contributed to this feeling that everything this week has gone wrong. Not only could I not make videos like them, I couldn't even get the audio right. So remember why you do this, understand what's at stake if you don't do it, and put in the reps. Really, this video is just a rep. I don't know how many views it's gonna get. Hopefully it gets a lot. Maybe, probably, it'll get less than 1,000. And I put that in there intentionally for this video when it hits 1 million views. You know I didn't really have high expectations. The last thing I'd say is when something's going wrong that's tactical, like, oh, I didn't plug in the mic properly. Oh, I forgot to put a link in my newsletter. The one I've been dealing with a ton is like, oh, this shot is out of focus. The number one thing to do when everything is going wrong is to actually like do the work to find the solution. And that sounds so simple. I was having trouble using my MV7 as a mic on my camera. I was not loving the quality I was getting from my Rode Wireless Go, and I did the research. I identified that this mic is the solution. I can take this anywhere I go, and it will sound good. Good enough. And a little bit of work in post might make it great. My shots were out of focus this morning when I was trying to shoot B-roll. That's why there really is no B-roll. But the solution is to watch tutorials, learn how to use my camera, learn the focus settings, and actually figure it out. You might notice this with the older people in your life. My mom will ask me a tech question like, how do I log into this? Or can I do this on my phone? And you and I, if we're helping someone else, might just say, I don't know, Google it. Like, you can just search that answer. And that's how we would solve it for them. But it's crazy because when we do something wrong or we don't know how to do something, we just sit there and wallow in it. I was so frustrated when my B-roll didn't look good, but I can just go on YouTube and search like how to get better focus in my videos, how to understand Sony's autofocus settings. Not being able to figure something out is not an excuse, and it's something that I really need to work on. I'll just chalk it up to, I don't know how to do that. But in reality, I have everything I need to figure it out. That's what I'm thinking about. This week was frustrating for many reasons, almost entirely on the creator side. But when everything goes wrong, you are the one responsible for making it go right. Remember why you're creating. Remember what's at stake if you don't create. Remind yourself that these are reps you're putting in to master all of this. And do the work to figure it out. Make sure it doesn't happen again. I feel like I got better at making videos today. This video was not scripted, and if you've been following me, you know how much I rely on having a great script, but I feel more natural. This video feels great. This is my journey documenting all of this in public. Thank you for being here. Hope this helped, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.